Welcome to Lesson 7 of this Planning and Organizing workshop. This final lesson will focus on overactions, the actions that hinder our best laid plans. We've learned about the 5 key actions that we should all use. We then learned about the 7 off-key actions to avoid. This lesson is really an addition to the off-key actions, but is often the actions of the overly zealous manager who takes things too far or to extremes. Let me ask you, have you ever watched a movie or a show and noticed that one of the actors seemed to overdo their part? Now, how enjoyable is that scene? Not very enjoyable, is it? We often miss the plot because we're so focused on the bad acting that we remember the entire movie as bad. Now, this happens in the workplace too. Instead of getting people to focus on the job at hand, we usually make a spectacle of ourselves when we overdo certain behaviors. As the leader or manager of a project, those around us depend on us to be good planners and organizers to help them execute their roles and responsibilities. In your guide, let's look at number 1. An overactor is one who develops elaborate plans for simple assignments. John Maxwell once said, "Educators take something simple and make it complicated, but communicators take something complicated and make it simple." Now the same goes for planners or organizers. People don't always expect 100% certainty that a plan will work, but they expect clear communication about it and how to carry it out. Some plans sink because their level of detail exceeds what is needed. Too many details confuse people, leaving them unable to follow the blueprint. The details of a plan should match the complexity of the assignment. To determine the appropriate amount of detail, keep the audience in mind. Who needs to understand and implement the plan? So focus on the features that are important to them. Ask other stakeholders if the plan provides the information that is most useful for them, and ask if you've overlooked anything. In your guide, let's look at number 2 and what an overactor does at times. He or she resists the need to change priorities, plans, or schedules. As your assignment or project progresses, there are likely to be changes. And some examples are: a customer or client requests revisions, key stakeholders change the scope, or planned resources become unavailable. There will be times that new resources become available, or equipment might break down, and materials don't arrive when scheduled. Sometimes we get taken back when an organization changes its priorities, or the political, economic, or technological environment changes. When circumstances change, you must adapt your plans. Adjusting to changing priorities, plans, and schedules can be difficult, especially after the time and energy you invested in the planning. And unfortunately, some people resist changing their plans, and as a result, miss opportunities, lose their spontaneity and creativity, and neglect urgent matters. So strive to balance efficiency in planning with flexibility and a quick response to changing needs. Sometimes an overactor does what number 3 in your guide states. He or she emphasizes plans and efficiency at the expense of relationships. Often, people get so immersed in prioritizing, planning, scheduling, leveraging resources, and staying focused that they damage their relationships with others. Yet, relationships with coworkers, managers, customers, and direct reports are critical for accomplishing work and maintaining a high-quality work life. Although there are blueprints for managing tasks and schedules, it's not so cut and dried when it comes to managing people. And building relationships takes time. By emphasizing plans and efficiency at the expense of people, you send a message that people are unimportant compared to the task at hand, and you're telling them that their input doesn't matter. You're also saying to them that they're simply resources whose goal is to accomplish more tasks in less time. You're also saying to them that they are obstacles or interruptions to the work that you have to do. By treating people this way, you risk destroying the relationships that are critical to your success. In your guide, number 4 states that an overactor is one who spends too much time organizing and not getting to the work. Some people become so attached to planning and organizing that they never get to the actual work itself. Spending more time organizing the work and not having enough time to do it might be a symptom of procrastination. Some people linger there because the preparation can feel more comfortable and enjoyable than the actual work itself. So you must balance the time you spend planning and organizing with the time you spend doing the work. If you spend more time getting ready than actually accomplishing the task, you'll probably be overprepared and have little time to complete the job. So what's the point? Now that's it for our time together. In the following sections of your guide, you'll find resources for targeted exercises that will help you practice becoming a great planner and organizer. You'll find one final exercise that can kickstart your life into something more meaningful for you. It's a priority exercise, and I hope you don't skip it. And why is that? Because it's an exercise that can make a difference for people who choose how they'll live versus those who accept how life seems to be. There are also some priority worksheets for your future planning needs. So good luck in your growth journey.